So I'm eating frozen peanut butter. It's not exactly a healthier snack than just, say, frozen ice, water. You could eat just, frozen water. But I prefer to have some flavor. And on that note, that's my opinion. As the very point of this video is to tell you that my opinion is I like frozen peanut butter as a delicious snack. A semi-healthy, delicious snack. But that's my opinion. Now, do you believe that I should get paid for my opinion? Do you believe that I should get paid for my opinion? It's a serious question. Because a lot of people believe they deserve to be paid for their opinion. And I'm here to actually argue the fact that maybe it's proper that they get paid for their opinion. And now hear me out. Any one of these channels that you watch, subscribe to, follow, whatever you want to call it. Some may say bow down to and give your hard-earned money to. Some, if not any and all the above, select D, are paid for simply their opinions. It's just people speaking, right? So these people are not, they're showcasing the fact that this is all their value is. Because if you're in the world of, in the society of civilization, people have value and bestow value upon their fellow man, and not only by personal interactions, but by what you can also do for me, and what quality level of service do you provide in the meantime. By that I mean, if my air conditioner goes out and I'm in a hot state, I would hope that I can call a technician and they can come out and fix my air conditioner. If I didn't know what I was doing. That person has value. Now that person has value outside of not only fixing your air conditioner, but the knowledge of fixing your air conditioner. Now the person on YouTube or whatever social media you're following, you're only paying them, and they're only getting paid for their opinions, just to speak. I've said this before about Jordan Peterson. I always end up deleting the videos, just simply because I look like a nutcase, and I understand that. But I believe that people that want to get paid simply to speak, would be equivalent to a farmer hiring a helper hand, and that helper hand showing up so the farmer understands that he needs help on the farm, mending fences and milking cows and all that dirty work. And up shows Jordan Peterson wearing his nice attire and his nice polished shoes, right, and his nice combed hair, whatever. I'm not really speaking about the man's looks, but what I'm saying is he's definitely not dressed to get dirty, to use his hands. So what instead he does is tries to convince the farmer that the farmer needs him and his opinion, because his opinion matters and is valuable. But see, in the farmer's eyes, the farmer's having to walk and hear this guy walking next to him, talking in his ear, telling him all his opinion, his woes, and why his problems exist in the hierarchy and the ladder that he's climbing, pointing out all these things that we probably all know exist, but he wants to get paid for pointing them out. And then you take somebody like an Asmongold, Asmongold displays that he has no more value than Jordan Peterson. Now you would say, really? You equate him to Jordan Peterson? Yeah. Yeah, I do, because people of that, I would say, I can't say mindset because I'm not in their mind, but they're definitely cashing in on their opinions. And so what I'm saying is that that's all that they're really good for, is those people are really only good for their opinions, meaning that they're not good at repair, they suck at customer service, they suck at customer relations, they would suck at forming customer relations in order to conduct business, they would suck at negotiations, they would suck at troubleshooting, they would suck at all the above, right? These guys, these people, men and women, whoever you're watching that want to get paid for their opinions, they literally have no more value in society than a radio speaking to you, and you have to give that radio money every time you turn that radio on. But yet here I'm working, and I got a better idea, Mr. Peterson. Why don't you grab yourself a hammer and a nail and a piece of wood and go onto one of those job sites and start building houses with people, and then spout your words of wisdom, because I mean that's when I'm more apt to listen. Now you can say, oh, that's kind of shallow of you. Is it really? Remember the farmer now. The farmer needed help. Real world help. You got to use your hands. This is how you get things done in this world, right, people? We can all agree on that. You can't just sit around and talk. I got to get up. I got to get a shower and get dressed and get in my car and drive to the office and shuffle paperwork and listen to the boss. And that's physically being there. That's physically being there and doing things with your hands and interacting with the world and making things roll along. So just remember that when you're watching all these people, everybody, it's like there's literally millions of people that upload videos to YouTube every day. The statistics are staggering. And I only wonder how many of those people just quit because, you realize you're just giving yourself away to this system. You're just literally giving your life, your lifeblood, and your privacy to this thing. And some people say, yeah, but if you start getting paid for it, and see, that's the shining gold. That's that genie in the lamp. That's, but it's like a monkey fist, the monkey paw or whatever. Like for every good thing that you get, there's the negative that comes along with it. And with YouTube, it's a heavy one. And it's you're a slave. Now listen, people don't like to hear that word. But when you're uploading videos every single day, when you're making posts every single day on, especially YouTube, it's the biggest one. YouTube is the biggest one. Then you're indicating to everybody, consciously or subconsciously, that this is all you have. This is all you have going on in your life, and this is your only value that you can provide for people, is your opinion. You're talking your words. This, which in the real world doesn't equate to anything. It's zero. This is just like going to your friend, right? You're just speaking to a friend. Do I have to pay my friend every time I have a conversation with them? No. So why do you feel like I have to pay you for your opinion? I find it comical. While my peanut butter slowly thaws out, I usually have some dark chocolate syrup. Ooh. But I'm running low on supplies. I got to go to the store. Any more thoughts on that? Well, it just hit me while I was eating my peanut butter. So, yeah. That's when I guess it's okay to try YouTube. If you realize that, listen, I have no more value to offer society. Like, I just outright can't hold a job. Like, I'm either combative or difficult to work with. Because these are things that apply to people. Or I have Maybe you live really far away on a farmland somewhere and you're making videos of weird farmland stuff. Happens all the time. I mean, people take videos of the weirdest stuff and want to get paid for it. I guess it's kind of like a gambling thing. You feel like, well, I'm already doing this. If I set up a camera and record it all, then I take a chance of winning some kind of YouTube lottery and get paid for it. But what that does is it perverts your privacy. It invades your privacy because now you're constantly having the thought of a camera over your shoulder recording everything that you're doing, even when the camera's not there. It's a psychological invasion. Boop, 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 boop. They got behind the main walls, behind the main gates. Your guard station has been bypassed. This thing is straight entered into everybody's daily lives. And consciously or subconsciously, everybody, I think, is aware that there is the ability to pop, as it were, pop on YouTube and go viral. I just say, if you feel like you have value, and if you feel like maybe your kids have value, or your parents, or anybody that you love and care about, if you can see them doing stuff on YouTube, if you could see your loved ones doing stuff on YouTube, doing silly, goofy stuff, or whatever the hell people are doing, could you live with that? Is that something that you would be willing to pay for? It's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to think that, we're all giving our privacy away. I don't want to see my mom and my grandparents on YouTube, and my daughter and my son and my niece and nephew. I mean, just doing weird, wacky, wild stuff, trying to get exploited, trying to get, found. But what does that even mean? Does anybody really think about the game plan? Oh no, he's talking about game plan. Yeah, it's like a business model, right? What next? You can't have one video. YouTube's already figured it out. You can't have one video pop and then you're going to make millions of dollars off of this video. You may not even make anything off of it. Maybe, whatever it is, but you have to continue on and continue on and continue on. So you got to remember that. You got to have some sort of ongoing scheme. What is that scheme? And again, it has to be a scheme. This is basically feeding off of people's psychological. You have to worm around their barriers, their discernment, by putting up attractive thumbnails and catchy titles. Right? That's what you got to do. Peanut butter. Now, I do have a problem with this particular peanut butter. This is maybe I should point them out, huh? We're being honest on this channel. Peter Pan. Now, who doesn't love Peter Pan peanut butter? Crunchy peanut butter is great. Their crunchy peanut butter is great. I don't complain about it because it's just peanuts mashed up with peanut oil. But this here has peanut butter, and it's got high fructose corn syrup and sugars, and it's got additives that I don't like. So it's got additive sugars that I don't like. But I'm running low on supplies, like I said earlier. And I ate all my crunchy peanut butter last night. Okay. Don't give me any money, because I have more value than my opinion. My opinion sucks. Don't listen to me. My opinion isn't worth a damn thing. Later.